Good morning, mums, and welcome to this special 3-part video series to help you effect massive transformational change in your life and in your parenting so that you don't have to yell at your kids. So I've developed this video series from some of the most common frustrations that I've come across with parents, as I've spoken to them one-on-one and through the Calm Mummy Challenge that ran last week. So thank you all for your input. Who am I? So my name's Heather and I run Blissed Out Mums, and I've been coaching mums for over 2.5 years to help them stop yelling at their kids. And I've spent endless number of hours researching, reading and doing further study to work out actually what's going on within mum that's causing them to yell at their children. Now, one of the most common things that come up, and probably I would say affects every single household, is that the kids aren't listening. And mums say, if only the kids would listen to me, then I wouldn't have to yell so much. So it seemed completely appropriate to start this video series off looking at how you can improve the communication with your children. So let's get into it. So the first thing we really need to remember and constantly remind ourselves is that our child's brain is not as developed as ours. The neural networks that allow information to get processed through the brain aren't as connected as they are in an adult. The brain doesn't fully mature till about 21 years of age. So before that, we really need to tailor our communication specifically to the age of development of our child as well as their gender, and I'll talk about how we can do that this morning. It's really important to remember that when we talk, we need to talk and speak and give directions for our child to understand, not just hear. Okay. So what are these words and phrases that we can use? Well, we talk a lot about positive language, about motivation. How can we get our kids to do things that we want them to do? And one of the biggest things we can do is actually start to have positive parenting framework. Now, for every negative thing you say to your child, in the fact that you want to be directing them to do something different or changing their behavior, or whatever is a problem for them, you need to have 6 positive things that you said. Otherwise, all your child hears is negative. Like, you'll know that from your life. You will remember one negative thing that someone said to you, and it outweighs all of these positive things that have also been said to you. So the same thing is for kids. And that's one of the most important things, because if you say all these positive things, then when you do say the negative things and you correct them, they actually hear you better. Also, it's really important to look at the gender of your child. So if you've got a son and a daughter, you have to realize that their brain actually processes information quite differently. So a male brain is quite, much more literal, and it takes things as the fact, whereas a female brain is much more inferential. So when you say to your son, for example, let's say we're talking about getting out of the house in the morning, which is always a very common thing as frustrations, is you say, oh, can you get my bag, please? Or can you get your bag, please? And he goes, yes, I can, because all you've done is give him a statement. Are you able to go and get that? And he's gone, yes, I can do that. Whereas if you say to your daughter, can you go and get your bag, she'll just totter off and go and get it for you. So what you need to do with your son is be much more specific. Would you please go and get your bag now and bring it to the car, or bring it here? And then he'll actually be able to follow that command easily. Now, one of the things that we need to do and we can do with children is also use play to get cooperation. So this works really well with young children, and we can use toys and say, okay, so what does Teddy need to do to get ready in the morning? And, how can we, what does he need to do? So he needs to brush his teeth, he needs to get dressed, he needs to have breakfast, whatever order you have that. And so your child can do Teddy at the same time as themselves. As your child gets older, this is a great time to start introducing pocket money. And you say, well, you haven't done XYZ. I don't need to be reminding you every day. You're however many years old. And if you don't do them, then you don't get your pocket money and stuff. So you need to find interesting ways that you can do that with your child, and it's really individual for you versus your friends or what your mum did and your parents did for you as well. So those are just a really couple of very quick tips that you can do to improve the communication in your family. There's a whole heap that I love to teach mums because they're so simple and effective. And if you were part of the Calm Mummy Challenge last week, you know that I'm all about simple things that make change like that for you. So I know mums talk to me and say, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, they're only going to work in the short term. I've tried all these things in the past and they don't work. But these really do. They're based in neuroscience and linguistics, and I've got ways for you to overcome all of those objections. So that's it for this video for today. What are we going to talk about in the second video? Well, the second video, which I'm going to release on Sunday for you, is looking at self-care. And I chose Sunday specifically because it's often the day that there are partners and husbands home to help out. So it really is a great day to start to focus on you. And I've got quick and easy, effective ways to work out what you want and how you can get what you want without having to sacrifice the needs of everybody else, so that you don't end up feeling resentful, overwhelmed because you haven't done anything for yourself and you have to stay up late at night just to have that me time. And then you're tired the next morning and frustrated and end up yelling. So it all links together, and through these three videos you're really going to see how you can stop yelling at your kids by looking at you first. And that's what I am. Let's look at mums first, then look at kids, and then see how the flow-on effect of mums flows onto the kids, flows onto the family as a whole, and everyone's a lot more happier and enjoys their life together. So what do you need to do now? Well, I would absolutely love if you can put a comment down below the video. Tell me what was really important from this today. What did you take away that is like, oh yeah, that's really going to work for my family? And also, if you've got questions, ask them below and I can answer them for you too. I look forward to spending, some time with you on Sunday. Thank you for being part of this video, and I will speak to you all then. Bye.